Hi, this is my Xtreme One Chunk account. I won't be starting my journey in Lumbridge, because that has been done before. I want to start my journey on the continent of Zeah. My starting chunk is Land's End, and because my account is charter ship based, I decided to allow myself to travel to the Sunset Coast in Marlamore to unlock Sunset Coast as well. That means I have two starting chunks. I'm just quickly gonna go over the rules for this challenge for those who aren't familiar with it. So the map of RuneScape can be divided into chunks. You have to complete everything in this chunk before you can get a new chunk. Completing everything means getting the highest skill requirements, items, anything you can think of that can be completed. And once you have completed everything, you can roll a new chunk with the chunk picker website. I quickly completed the Children of the Sun quest to actually access the Marlamore region of the game. This quest is a requirement for that, so there's no way around it. According to the wiki, I have to travel to Land's End with Weyos before I can actually use the charter ships to go there. This unlocked an easy task in the current and Kebos area. Now I'm ready to lock myself into the chunks that I have picked. Let's start exploring the Sunset Coast first. There's an iron bar spawn here, but sadly I do not have access to smithing yet, but later on when I get 15 smithing I can use this to train smithing here. There is a helmet shop here as well, which unlocks two tasks for me. Adamant Full Helm, which is the best melee helm for me, and Adamant Med Helm, which is the best range helm. This general store sells my best in slot pickaxe and axe, and other useful tools as well. I sold the iron bar for 11 coins and bought the bronze pickaxe, which completes a task. I found some seagulls here, so I'm just gonna murder them because I'm a bad man. Okay, for some reason there's a small fishing net here, but you cannot pick it up as an Iron Man. It's bugged, so I actually don't have access to fishing right now because of this. Oh yeah, and here's attack level 2, first level on the account. Oh, by the way, these clips are very laggy at the beginning because I'm playing on a potato, which can barely handle RuneScape. I have been optimizing it a little bit later, so the clip should be better. I can also pickpocket these citizens for money and thieving XP in here. There's actually a task related to this, so let's complete that. I'm gonna continue on thieving these for money, and when my health gets low I'm just gonna go kill the seagulls for combat XP, so that's my plan right now. So now that I have access to some money, I purchased everything from the general store, including the bronze axe, which is a task, so let's complete that. There's two seagulls in the top floor of the Sunset Coast building. These are really nice because they have 10 HP and they don't hit you back at all, they can only hit zeros. So you get pretty good XP even when punching them. So I'm just gonna keep doing this until I have a decent amount of cash and some combat levels. Then I'm gonna travel to the Land's End. It costs I think 900 GP to actually get there, so I already have that, but I feel like doing this a little bit more. It actually took me embarrassingly long time to figure out that there's a bread spawn in my chunk, which I can use to heal up myself to pickpocket faster. There's also a couple of peer tank carrots which heal for 4 HP I think. The bread heals for 5, so it's much better. Okay, I'm finally done here, for now at least. Now it's time to head over to the other chunk, Land's End. Let's see what kind of tasks we have there. Okay, there's a crossbow spawn here in the bank, so that's my best range weapon. Task complete. I can loot bird snares, butterfly nets and box traps from the crates around Land's End. I don't have use for these, but they will be useful later. I have access to normal, oak and yew trees in my chunk, which triggers the following tasks. I need to get 60 wood cutting to chop a yew tree, 60 fire making to burn a yew log, and 72 fletching to fletch a yew shield. I also found bears and rats in my chunk, so I can train combat on these, because I actually have to get 40 defense for the yew shield. That red line is the chunk border. My laptop doesn't support the GPU plugin, so I cannot make it any better, but that's how it's gonna be for now at least. So there's fishing spots here, but I actually cannot use them yet because the small net is bugged. So if I want to fish, I have to get level 16 from random events. There's actually imp spawn in the Sunset Coast, which triggers a 58 cooking task to cook a pita bread. That means I would have to get 58 cooking by rat meat or bear meat, but I would much rather get it by fishing, so I'm gonna be working towards the 16 fishing. Then it was time to start the wood cutting grind, while I wait for the random events to level up my fishing. I'm gonna have to do all of this with just a bronze axe. I think getting 72 fletching and 60 fire making actually takes me to almost 80 wood cutting, so that's gonna be fun. I could get an axe upgrade if I use XP lamps on smithing to unlock the iron bar in Sunset Coast. Then I actually made a huge discovery in this chunk. Bob Ross is here painting a picture. Let's see what he has made for us. I think he's telling you to subscribe. As the legend himself used to say, there are no mistakes, just happy accidents. Let's find out how many logs do we need for the chunk tasks. To get 60 fire making, I need to get 61 logs and 4,523 oak logs. And for the 72 fletching, I need 357 logs and 36,068 oak logs. So all in all, that's over 40,000 oak logs, so let's get to work then, because this might take a while. I'm up to 30 wood cutting now, and I could cut willow trees if I had access to them, but sadly I do not, so I'm gonna continue on with the oaks. And there's 15 fire making, which means I can burn oak logs. I don't have to burn the regular logs anymore. What I'm doing here is I cut the oak tree and burn the oak logs, and when it chops down I cut the normal trees around it and bank them for fletching later. I actually got my first glue scroll, but I don't have any glue scroll steps in my chunks, so I'm just gonna bank them all so I stop getting them. Alright, time to start fletching. I can only make arrow shafts right now and they only give 5 XP per log, so pretty bad. At level 5 fletching you can make short bows, but they give the exact same XP as arrow shafts, so there's no point really. And there's level 10 fletching, you can now make long bows. These should give me 10 XP per longbow, I think. Yeah. So now I'm gonna be making these until I can do oak logs. I didn't have quite enough of the normal logs, so I came back to wood cutting, and here's level 33 wood cutting. And finally here's level 15 fletching. Now I can make arrow shafts from oak logs, which the game doesn't actually tell me, but I know you can do that. I think it's the same XP as longbows, but getting oak logs is much nicer because you get multiple logs per tree, so yeah, I'm gonna be doing these. And here's 35 wood cutting. I can now cut teak trees, I wish. But yeah, as you can see, my woodcutting level is getting much higher than the fire making and fletching. So now at 20 fletching I can make oak short bows, which actually give me 16.5 XP per oak log, which is a huge increase in my XPs. And here's 25 fletching, which unlocks oak longbows. These give 25 XP per log, and they are the best way to train my fletching up to 72. I actually do have access to yew trees, as I said before, but cutting yew trees is very slow with bronze axe, so it's not worth it. As you can see from my inventory, I just got an XP lamp from random event. I've been waiting for this moment because there's an exception I want to make for my account. Right now there's 3 skills that I cannot train by lamping. They are herblore, rune crafting and construction. I'm gonna go ahead and unlock all of these. So I need to complete the druidic ritual quest, rune mysteries quest and buy a house. So I want to explain my reasoning for this a little bit. Let's talk about herblore first. Herblore is unlocked by unlocking 2 very specific chunks, and if you manage to unlock those 2 chunks, you will immediately get a 99 herblore task, which seems really boring to me. I want to do it progressively. Herblore is a very hard skill to train, so for that reason I'm not counting cleaning herbs as a task or making unfinished potions. Only complete potions will trigger a task. Because most likely once you unlock your first monster that drops herbs, you will have to get at least 70 herblore by cleaning herbs, which is gonna take thousands of hours. Construction is pretty much the same as herblore. Whenever you buy a house, there will be a 99 skill cape in the same chunk, so whenever you unlock a construction training method you will get 99 right away, and I don't like that. Making the best furniture available in your house will trigger a task, and I will also try to fill up the costume room and stuff like that to make an amazing house for myself. And lastly, rune crafting. Rune crafting is a little bit different because you can actually train it without doing rune mysteries, but my OCD in me tells me to complete rune mysteries anyways to unlock the skill completely. So there's everything done that I needed to do, and now I can actually put lamps on these 3 skills. Let's go back to the chunk. So I'm just gonna continue woodcutting and waiting for those random events so I can get my fishing level up. Here's 41 woodcutting. I can now wield a rune axe. I wish I only have a bronze one. And here's 27 fletching, which unlocks oak shields. Oak shield is probably gonna be useful because it's gonna be my best shield until I get the yew shield, so you never know. By the way, I'm saving the XP lamps from random events. I want to use them on fishing, but it's better for me to wait for the fishing random event that gives you 650 XP before I use up my lamps to get more XP out of the lamps. I think I was averaging about 10,000 woodcutting XP per hour at this level using the bronze axe, so it's not too bad, but it's not great either. And here we have 50 woodcutting already. This is going by pretty fast. So my fire making and fletching are lagging behind quite a bit, but that's to be expected when you have to train 2 skills with 1 gathering skill. And also for the fact that fletching is really slow either way. Yes, I finally got the fishing random event. This should give me a couple of fishing levels at least. Let's see what it is. Level 7, that's nice. So XP lamps will give 70 XP now. I still want to use them because I have lots of wood cutting to do, so I can wait for another fishing random event. I feel like I've been cutting this single oak tree forever now, but I'm not even nowhere near done with the grind. Oh well. Nice, I just got my first book of knowledge. I'm gonna be saving these for the fishing XP as well. And I know you cannot have two of them, so if I get another one, I'm just gonna use it on fishing. And here we have 60 wood cutting. Now I can cut huge trees. So let's go chop one down to complete a task. It's very slow to chop these. This clip is 8 times the speed and it took forever, so I'm not gonna be chopping these unless I have to AFK really hard. That's it. That's when it's good. I have banked almost 3000 oak logs right now, so I'm just gonna start fire making for a little while. I didn't really like this skill, it's pretty boring, so I'm gonna be doing small amount of fire making every day to get to my goal. I got up to 35 before I had to call it quits and go back to woodcutting. And here we have 61 woodcutting. Now we can use dragon axe, which I won't be able to get for a long time. So I just got my second XP lamp. I also have over 3000 oak logs and actually 89 yew logs. I had to AFK a little bit and cutting yews is really AFK. Then I did couple more woodcutting levels, got up to 63. And then it was time for a daily dose of pyromancy. I got from level 35 to level 50 and it almost killed me. I don't know how anyone can do this skill, it's so fucking boring. I actually have the level 60 fire making banked already, but I don't feel like doing anymore, so I'm just gonna go back to woodcutting. I lied, here's 51 fletching. But for real, so I sometimes take the knife with me and then I make the bows while I'm cutting the oak trees. And here's the third XP lamp already. These are stacking up quite nicely. And the next random event was fishing random. Yay, we get fishing XP. Level 10 fishing, just 6 levels to go on until I unlock the skill. 64 woodcutting, nice. Followed by 52 fletching. So while I was woodcutting, I noticed these guys appeared to this house right next to my oak tree. So I was wondering what the fuck is going on. I did some research and apparently they are like a random event that can happen in the continent of Seyah. So why is this interesting? Well, let's look at their drops. So they have several best in slot items for me. The black blade skirt and black chain body are my best armors. The rune scimitar is my best weapon. I actually don't have any weapons right now except for the bronze axe and bronze pickaxe, and those are very bad. So right now I think it's probably best to drop the woodcutting, grind and focus on combat. I need to get my combat skills up so I can actually fight the gangsters. They are in multi-way combat and there's like 8 to 15 of them every time, so I really need to get stronger to be able to kill them. I also need to get some food. I can kill the rats and bears in Land's End and use the cooking range to cook it. Hopefully I will get some fishing random events to finally unlock fishing and then I can fish lobsters. And lastly, I need to get money to be able to buy the Addy Full Helm in the Sunset Coast Helmet store. I'm gonna be making the money by selling all of the bows that I fletched into the Sunset Coast General store. I'm also gonna be killing the imps and seagulls here to train up my combats a little bit while I sell the bows. It's really annoying to kill these imps because they can teleport away whenever you attack them. And they can actually teleport out of the chunk, so whenever that happens I just switch worlds and find another imp. The reason I'm killing these in the first place is because I actually have to get bronze bolts and blue wizard's hat from them. They are my best magic helm and best range ammo right now, so might as well get that done right away. Alright, I have 10k coins, that should be enough to buy the adamant full helm, adamant mid helm, and actually I'm gonna buy mithril full helm as well, because I can use that from 20 to 30 defense. I bet you didn't expect me to get level 2 cooking here, but an imp can drop raw chicken and I can cook it here, so might as well. Alright, I got the bronze bolts. Task complete. I actually found the spot that where the imp spawns. It's almost outside of my chunk border, but not quite. 2 steps away. And there's the blue wizard hat. Took quite a bit of time actually. Yeah, it took me 72 kills to get 1 in 16 chance, so that's like over 4 times the drop rate. Okay, that's everything from the Sunset Coast. I'm gonna head back to Land's End and start to kill the rats, so I can actually level up my cooking and get some food while I train my combats. It's kind of annoying to kill these rats because basically only one of them comes to my chunk, the other ones are outside of my chunk, but these bears here are really aggressive towards me and they hit hard, so gotta be careful. I forgot all about this oak shield. It gives some small defense bonuses, so everything adds up. While I'm training up my combats and cooking, let's go over the gangster activity a little bit more in depth. The gangsters spawn every 30 minutes and they spawn on the same location on every world, so hopping worlds doesn't do anything. There's actually 34 different places that they can spawn in, and I can only access one of those. Basically what this means is that every 17 hours they will spawn in my chunk and they will stay there only for 5 minutes. So it's very important for me to try to get as many kills as possible during that 5-minute time frame. These lamps are clogging up my inventory, so I'm just gonna use them on fishing now. I could get better XP from them if I just wait a little bit, but I don't feel like doing that and I'm really close to 16 anyway, so here goes. I could also get a mithril scimitar from this mystery box that I got from random events, but never lucky man, just a casket that contained emerald. Couple more cooking levels, I got up to 18 now. So I just got my first gangster event and as you can see I'm getting owned by this. It's multi-way combat, so all of them can hit me unless I trap them somehow. And my cooked meat only heals for 3, so tough times ahead. Not to mention the fact that I have to punch them, so probably gonna try flinching them here. So yeah, as I said before, they will despawn after 5 minutes, so that's the time frame I have. According to the wiki, when they despawn, if I have dealt damage to them, I will get the drop. So I'm gonna test that out right now. I messed up the recording and I didn't get a clip from them despawning, but as you can see there's bones on the ground, so I did get the loot from that one gangster that I was flinching, so that's good news for me. And back to combat training we go. I got up to 27 strength, 30 attack and 25 defense, until I had to do some AFK activity, so I went back to woodcutting and fletching. 65 woodcutting, and 53, 54, 55 and 56 fletching. And I finally get a fishing random event. This means I'm probably gonna get level 15 fishing, I think. Let's see. Yep, got 15. Now I just need 2 XP lamps or 1 book of knowledge to get to the level 16 that I need. Man punches bear in the face and man gets 30 defense. Nice, nice. I can actually now wield the adamant full helm that I bought earlier. I'm just gonna cook all of the rat meat that I have, and I'm not gonna pick up any more of them. I can get my cooking up later with fishing, and I have like 400 rat meat right now, so it doesn't make a difference. While I was cooking, I got a random event for XP lamp. That means I only have to get 1 more, and if you look in the background you can actually see the gangsters. They spawned as well. Some of the gangsters wield halberds as their weapon, which means they can actually attack you from a couple of tiles away, which makes this a little bit more difficult. And I'm getting so owned here. It's really easy to get KO'd here if you get multiple gangsters on you at the same time. So my plan here is to hit a couple of them, then trap them. For example, these two are now trapped in the bank, and I have dealt some damage to them, so I should get their drops when they despawn. Next I'm gonna trap this guy. Okay, now this guy should be trapped in this house, and there's more here next to the gang boss. It's really scary to go inside there because the gang boss can hit up to 12 and the normal gangsters hit up to 6, I think. So really high KO potential there. Okay, I got one of them out. Yes. Okay, I got this one trapped as well. I'm just gonna wait here until they despawn. It shouldn't take long, so let's see. Okay, he's despawning now. Wait, I didn't get a drop. What the fuck is going on? Did I get from the other guys? No, there's nothing here. So I probably have to be in combat with them when they despawn, so that's gonna make things a lot harder because I cannot tank them that well. Okay, I think I really need to unlock fishing as soon as possible so I can get better food. It's the only way I can tank these guys. Other way would be to get 43 prayer by burying rat bones, which would take forever, and I don't even have access to altar, so yeah, fishing is the way to go. The rat meat I had banked got me to 33 cooking, then I went back to woodcutting. And 66 woodcutting. While I was cutting ewes, this finally happened. I got the final XP lamp. This means it's time to go fishing, baby. So yeah, now I can do big net fishing. I think the big net is from either charter ships or Sunset Coast. I don't remember which one. And I actually managed to fish leather boots. These are my best in slot boots, which is kind of funny to get your best boots from fishing, but hey, who cares? So it's a task, so let's complete that. And surprise, surprise, we get leather gloves as well, which is another task, so task complete. Oh my fucking god, this grizzly bear is actually aggressive towards me if I'm fishing on the north side, so I'm gonna have to trap this guy every time he comes near me. That kind of sucks. You can actually get seaweed, oyster pearls and gaskets from big net fishing. I'm gonna be saving up all of these, maybe I have a use for them later, I don't know. The bank is not far away, so might as well. At level 23 fishing you unlock cod fishing, which is gonna increase the XP per hour massively because right now it's really bad. So now all of my XP lamps is gonna go towards smithing because I want to unlock the iron bar in Sunset Coast. That would enable me to make iron knives, iron axe, maybe some other useful stuff. Let's quickly go over the tasks for fishing. I need to get 46 fishing to catch a bass. And like I said before, I need 58 cooking to bake a pita bread, and cooking fish is gonna be the best way to get it. And finally I need to catch a big bass, which is a 1 in 1,000 chance, while fishing for normal bass, so that could take a while. So let's go back to fishing. This is now going much faster with access to cod fishing. Probably double the EXP I was getting compared to only mackerel, maybe even more. And here we have another gangster event. I didn't have time to cook my fish yet, so I'm just gonna be using cooked meats right now. I'm just focusing on them one by one. And as you can see here, once it despawns, I actually do get the drop. I got oak planks this time. but only 1 kill per event is really bad. Before I go back to fishing, I'm gonna cook some cods, just in case another gangster event spawns, then I will have access to better food. It took me a couple of hours, but I finally got 40 fishing, which unlocks lobsters. They are probably gonna be much better EXP for me, so I'm gonna give it a try. And here's 41 fishing. This is actually much faster. I'm getting about 12k XP an hour. Previously I was getting maybe max 5k or something like that, so really nice XP boost. Okay, I got over 1000 fish banked right now, so I'm just gonna cook these. I want the lobsters for the gangster event, so cooking time. 35 cooking, 40 cooking, 45 cooking, and finally 49 cooking. That's all of the fish cooked. Okay, I just got another gangster event and these lobsters make a huge difference. I've been almost able to kill this one guy already and they haven't even despawned yet, so I might be able to get second one as well. Yep, I managed to kill it, so I can kill at least 2 per event now. That should half the time it takes to get the rune scimitar. Really nice. Oh boy, I just got the black plate skirt. This is gonna be so nice. It increases your defenses by so much. It's also a task, so let's complete that. It almost doubles my defense bonuses. We are slowly making upgrades all around. And back to fishing I go. I want to finish all of the fishing and cooking based tasks right away, so I'm just gonna focus on these while looking for gangsters. I got 46 fishing, which unlocks the sea bass, so I'm gonna switch back to big net fishing now. And there we have the normal bass, which means task complete. Remember how I said I need to get the big bass as well, and it's 1 in 1000 chance? Well, I just got it and I'm still 46 fishing. Let's go to the bank and see how many bass I actually got. Damn, I got so lucky. I got 70 normal bass. That is so amazing. I can switch back to lobster fishing now for the better fishing and cooking XP. And probably 10 hours later I have banked almost 1500 raw lobsters. This should get me to my cooking goal, so cooking time. There we go, 58 cooking. You can now cook pita bread. So I actually need to kill imps for a pot of flour to make the pita bread, so I came over to Sunset Coast to kill them. I'm also gonna be selling my bows to the store while I do it. I was tempted to sell my fish, but they don't sell for that much, so I'm just gonna use them for something else. Jesus, this took forever. Just look at my inventory, it's full of all of these beads. Oh my god. Okay, I might have been exaggerating a little bit, but 185 imp kills, and these are really annoying to kill. Okay, let's not mess this up, so I use the flour on the water and make pita dough, yeah. Then I cook it on the range, and it's actually impossible to burn this, so there we go, task complete. I think that's the perfect ending for this episode 1. Let's look at the tasks we completed. So yeah, we made quite a bit of progress, and here's what we have left in the chunk. So yeah, I will try to complete all of these in the next episode. But that wraps up this one, so I'll see you guys then. And if you enjoyed this video, please hit me with a like, subscribe, comment. Any feedback is appreciated. I know I had some issues with the graphics and lag and everything, but there's not much I can do because I'm playing on a potato like I said. But until next time, bye bye.